Hey guys, it's Brittany and I'm going to go over my weeks 11 and 12. Today I am 12 weeks and 5 days and I can't believe just in a few days I'll be in my second trimester. That's really exciting. For the past couple of days I've been not feeling so great. My whole family caught a cold and of course I was the last one to catch it. So I've been dealing with a sore throat and congestion and a lot of things have been going on. So I'm not going to talk about any of my symptoms this week just because my symptoms have kind of leveled out and I don't want to bore you guys to death with talking about my symptoms every week. So I'm going to talk about my first prenatal appointment, which happened a week ago on Tuesday, and I'm also going to talk about something that's going to happen in a couple of days from now. So I had an appointment on December 15th and I was just talking to the nurses that day. I had my first ultrasound and I didn't even see my doctor. So this past Tuesday of last week I saw my doctor for the first time. She let me ask any questions that I may have had. She did a pelvic exam. She tested for all kinds of things. She did a breast exam. She was not going to listen to the heartbeat. At that point I was 11 weeks and 5 days and I told her I have a Doppler at home and I've been listening to the heartbeat ever since at 8 weeks. So she went ahead and tried to find the heartbeat, and she also had, I guess, a doctor in training in there with her, and she let the doctor in training try as well. I specifically told, sorry that was a bug in my face, but specifically told them where the baby was. It's at my pubic bone and a little to the right. And what I do at home is I kind of press down with the Doppler probe a little bit and I find the heartbeat every single day. I don't know, maybe if their Doppler wasn't as sensitive as mine, but they really couldn't find the heartbeat. So she sent me to have an ultrasound. It wasn't like a long ultrasound. All they wanted to do was make sure the baby was okay, which I knew the baby was okay, but they wanted to make sure that they saw the heartbeat and everything. So I got to see the baby at 11 weeks and 5 days, and oh my gosh, the baby had grown so much. The first ultrasound I had was at 7 weeks and 5 days, and the baby was just a little blob pretty much. But this current ultrasound I had, the baby, you can see the legs, the arms, it was jumping around. It was so precious. The baby was actually head down, feet were straight up in the air, and it was jumping all around. It was the most amazing thing I have ever seen. I unfortunately did not get a picture because it wasn't like a routine ultrasound. They didn't run it through my insurance. It was just, like I said, to make sure the baby was okay. So the doctor wanted me to take my 1 hour glucose test already, because with Liam I failed the 1 hour at 28 weeks, and then like a week later I failed the 3 hour. I was on insulin when I was pregnant with him, so she wanted me to go ahead and take the 1 hour glucose test as well as the 24-hour protein urine test, because my blood pressure was slightly elevated. It was like 90 over something, I don't really remember what it was, but I had high blood pressure with Liam as well, so she wanted me to get started on checking all that stuff. So I went back on Friday of last week and I took my glucose test, and then the previous night before I started collecting my urine and I turned it in on Friday as well. So I just got my results back yesterday. For the fasting portion of the glucose test, where you don't eat anything before the test, I actually passed that. But an hour after I drunk the glucose drink, I ended up failing that with a pretty highish score of 177, I think. The normal range for glucose is anywhere between 90 and 106, and mine was 177 after the hour. So I failed that. I also had a high level of protein in my urine, so I'm not sure what's going to happen next. I don't see my doctor again until February 15th, so I'm sure she'll want to recheck my blood pressure. I may be put on blood pressure medicine again, and I've already started controlling my diet for the diabetes, the gestational diabetes, but I'm pretty sure she's going to want to monitor that more closely, I guess you can say. And I was seeing a high-risk doctor when I was pregnant with Liam because of the gestational diabetes, so I'll probably have to do a 3-hour glucose test first, and if I fail that one, I will probably have to see my high-risk doctor. So, I think that's all for my first prenatal exam. Nothing spectacular happened. For my next appointment, I'll be around 14 weeks, almost 15 weeks probably. And I probably won't have my gender scan until 18 or 19 weeks like I did with Liam. But I did schedule my early gender scan for this Thursday. It will be exactly 13 weeks, and I found out really early with Liam that he was a boy. I went in at 13 weeks and 3 days, and it was very clearly seen that he was a boy. So I'm so excited. The appointment's at 3:30 on Thursday afternoon. I'm going to bring my mom, my husband, and my sister wants to come as well. And we're all going to squish into that little tiny ultrasound room, and we're going to find out the gender, hopefully, of baby number 2. I promise I will either take my camera with me and make sure you guys see what the gender is, but if I somehow get caught up in the moment and don't capture that on this camera, I will be getting a DVD of the entire ultrasound as well as pictures, so I will be sure to upload that for you guys so you can see the gender. I probably will not do any gender reveal type thing. Maybe, I don't know, it just depends on how creative I'm feeling at the time, but I will definitely let you guys know either Thursday or Friday what I'll be having. So I think that's pretty much it for this update. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've updated last. I just have not been feeling very well. Can't believe I'll be almost in my second trimester very soon. I count the second trimester as 13 weeks and 3 days, so I'm only, 5 days away from that, so that's very, very exciting to me. So, what I am going to do before the gender ultrasound is, I promised you guys that I would do another red cabbage gender test. So, I'm about to go right now and boil my cabbage, and I will see you guys in about 30 to 40 minutes and show you what the red cabbage gender test says, and we'll see if it's right. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in a few minutes. And if you guys choose not to watch that video, I will see you guys for Thursday or Friday. Bye.